Guess who just got a sewing machine? It's me. Hi. Ta-da! I hope it didn't break from me doing that. Yo, guys, I just had the funniest trip. Or I didn't even know what to call it. Ethan and I, we just said, okay, should we go out while we're off work? And then we went to this little village close by where I had seen online on the Austrian equivalent of eBay, I guess you call it internationally, or DBA in Denmark, that somebody was selling a sewing machine for only 50 euros. So when I went to the town, I was like, I had it in the back of my mind. And then when I was there, I was like, oh shoot, I'm just going to send her a message. And then fate willed it that she replied within 2 minutes. And she was like, oh yeah, I'm home. You can come and try it. And then I did. Oh my God. But anyways, guys, for the past week, I've really been feeling this urge to record a little video for one, to catch up with you guys and my friends out there who might be interested in seeing what we're up to at the moment. And secondly, I mean, if you know me in real life, you know how many photos I take of everything and the deep urge I have to document things in order for me to remember them better. Because I tell you, my memory is getting so worse. So these days I feel like I only remember things if I take a photo of them. And that's kind of frightening, to be honest. But anyways, so I thought it would be fun to make a little video showing you guys and for myself to look back at as well what I'm doing at the moment. Because I am working in Austria over the summer in the Alps. This is fucking sick. I never had thought I would be sitting somewhere, like I had never even thought I'd go to Tirol, as we say in Danish. I think you pronounce it Tirol or something in English. It's not like the Tyrells from Game of Thrones.
I always take figs mid-afternoon. They help lose clouds.
Tirol, you know, like the place from Sound of Music, even though I still haven't watched that movie. And you know, like the place from Far til 4, Tar til Schweiz eller sådan noget. You know, just like that, like really mountain culture, you know? Like lederhosen and the big boobs up and corset girls wearing dresses and the hat with the feather, like the Peter Pan almost hat, and like beer. And I guess it's also like southern German culture, and then it crosses over here down into Austria and the Alps and Switzerland and all of that stuff. I think so. But yeah, right now having this experience, getting this sewing machine like out of thin air and for such a cheap price, and like it was just what I've been wanting, and I feel like kind of manifesting. I've been thinking so hard about it. I was like, oh, should I text them? I want to text them. I want to get it. It would be so fun to sew when I'm off work. And here I am with it. And it was like boom, 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 and then I got it. Amazing. Because, like, I didn't tell you the rest of the story. But she texted me, you can come. And then literally 5 minutes later, I was in front of her house. And it was the most gorgeous house. And I had just walked past it like 20 minutes earlier when Ethan and I was walking around the village. And it was just gorgeous. And these, like, flowing, beautiful green fields. And oh, my God. And then she was super nice. And she didn't, like, barely use the machine. And it's brand new. And she used it 3 times and whatever. Good deal. I hope so. I think I'll get it to work smoothly. But we couldn't when I was there. And if you're sitting out there wondering, what is she doing in Austria then? Well, I'm doing something I'm really excited about. Because I am, for the first time, working a job within the service industry, I think we'd call it. I'm working at a hotel, and I'm doing like service, I'm being a waitress, I'm being a little bit of a bartender, I'm being a little bit in the kitchen, I'm being in the reception, helping people check in, and it is really, really exciting. And I'm very happy to be here, because this is one of the things I've felt an urge for a long time now to try out. Like, I'm now on my gap year number 5. I've had a lot of jobs in my 5 gap years, and there's been a lot of good things about them all, but they've all been like in the same kind of field. I've like worked with kids in kindergartens and kids in schools. I've been like a caretaker for grown-up adults with disabilities. Like, it's been a lot of caretaking, and it's been a lot of like being around kids and people and that kind of stuff. And then I've had like a few more creative jobs, but like that has been the majority of my jobs. But now for the first time, I'm trying out this brand new field to me, that I've just started to become super, super drawn to. I think my ADHD like brain really likes like just doing things and like just put the water out there and do this and do that and do this and do this, and then after that start the dishwasher, clean up this thing, go here and do that, give somebody a coffee, put out the cornflakes. Like I love executing and I love service. I love providing service for people, and I love human connection. And I can already say, like, I think it's been 10 days now here at the job. It's the 5th of July today, and we started the 24th. So around 10 days. Like, I can already say now that it's really, really nice and feels meaningful. And I'm just like, wow, this is so cute. So many people out there are just so nice. And like, I've literally this morning, I was like, oh my God, Sina, I can't believe myself. I literally get so sad when some of the guests leave the hotel because I'm like, oh my God, I've been like saying good morning to them every day for a week at the morning buffet. And like now they're leaving and they're so cute. And you know, you'll have small conversations with people. You'll help them check in and you'll say good morning to them at the breakfast. It's just like some of these people out there are just so nice. And it literally breaks my heart. There was this Czech couple that left yesterday, and they were like an elderly couple, like late 70s probably, and it was my first day in the reception and I was learning how to do it all when they were checking in, and they had to like send us all their information and scan a QR code and put in where they live back home and their names and their ages, birthdays, blah blah blah, numbers, emails, blah blah blah. And it just didn't work on their phones because, you know, some elderly people, they just have wonky ass old, I don't even know why it's not functioning properly, phones. Like everything was just like zoomed in and she could barely scan the QR code, and like, it was impossible to do on her phone. In the end, we ended up just writing down what they were doing, but they were so sweet and so patient, and they were just like trying on their phone, you know, like, can you help me with this? You know, for like 20 minutes, a half an hour, I feel like. Before we then ended up just writing it on paper. But gosh, their patience and their compassion and like their patience with me was so adorable. And then every day after that in the breakfast buffet, they would just like come down with a great smile, and I was also smiling at them and was like, good morning, and they were so cute. It's like that old guy with his totally white hair. Oh, he just had this like, I almost want to say goofy ass smile, but it wasn't goofy. He was just so cute. He almost looked like one of the dwarves from Disney Snow White. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, and then they left. It was just like so sad. Now the people have started giving tips. Some of the people that I've helped check in and that I've been saying good morning to. And like, I'm like, oh my God, no. Like, it's just, first of all, I'm like super against tipping culture, so I feel ambiguous about it. But like when they come and then give me a tip that we then put in like a communal tip box, it just feels like a pat on the shoulder. And this morning there was a guy that gave me 15 euros in tip. Boing. That was like crazy. He only had to pay like 15 euros for something he'd had in the bar, and then he just gave me 30 euros. And I was like, oh my God. And I ran into the kitchen and told my boss, I was like, wow, this is like such a big tip. And the day before I'd gotten like 5 euros as a tip from that sweet Czech couple when they checked out. In the beginning, he gave me like 2 euros, and then he like took it back and he was like, here, 5 euros. And I was like, for me? Oh my God, stop. I'm gonna cry. No, but then this day, when that guy gave me the 15 euros, and then I ended up telling him, I was like, that's so much. That's so much. You really don't have to do that. And then he was like, well, he said something in German along the lines of, du bist ein lieber Person. Like, I don't know, something really sweet. And we had only had like a brief conversation together the day before, and I'd helped him with put some stuff in the fridge and the freezer, and like we talked about like him and his son traveling together and where they were gonna go next and what he worked with, and he happened to be a chef, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I've been considering becoming a chef. And then he was like, don't. It's terrible. Anyways, I was just like, that could make me cry. So yeah, guys, it's been great so far. I am really enjoying it. And now I gotta check if the camera is still working. It is. By the way, the shirt that I'm wearing is the whole reason that I ended up wanting a sewing machine. It just like struck me the other day. I was like, I need to make this into a cute tie top. You know, like Johanne Koolmets, if you're from Denmark. Or all the people who does transformations of like men's shirt button up becomes a cute girl, woman, top, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. And now I'm sweating. On the topic of sweating and why I wanted to make this into a topic. So now I've mentioned all the great stuff, guys. I am really enjoying the work and this area is absolutely stunning. Please cue some photos, Siri. But guys, one thing I have to admit that has completely astounded me or surprised me immensely is the weather. Because I thought, you know, when I was in Denmark and when I was applying for this job, like all the way back in March, I was like, okay, I want to go to the mountains over the summer. I want to see the beautiful Alps. I want to be in the mountains. I want to go hike and hike and hike and I don't know. I guess I didn't have enough reference. I guess I didn't have enough experiences to refer to. So I had literally no idea what it was going to be like here now in July. I have experience in mountainous areas from Iceland, I guess, in the summer. And then like we don't have any mountains in Denmark in the summer. But like Denmark is pretty temperate, the climate, which Austria is not. Like I've just been extremely surprised by the weather here. It's been like 30 degrees every day. And when I was packing my bag, I was just envisioning all these like beautiful mountains and walking in my long sleeve, cool Patagonia fleece I just bought in Vietnam for like 20 euros, my hiking boots. I guess I was just envisioning Icelandic summer. We're talking max 20 degrees Celsius. Yeah. But here it's been 25 and above every day and it's like hot, humid. I don't even know if it's humid. I guess I come basically straight from Vietnam and that was humid, so I don't really think I can call this humid. But you get the point. It's insufferable. Okay, a little bit dramatic, but like I just don't really like warm places that much. Or if I am in a warm place, I like that I can be able to go home inside my room and close the door and close the windows and turn on an AC. And guess what we don't have any of at this hotel? ACs. So it's really warm and it's really warm all day long. And when I'm working as a server in the morning for 4 or 5 hours, I am walking, running, pacing back and forth and putting things out, carrying heavy loads, and I am sweating my butt out. I'm not kidding. I feel like I've been taking a shower almost twice a day here every day. I have been taking a lot more showers than I do usually. So yeah, the weather has been a surprise. I'm slowly getting accustomed to that. And thank goodness, this week we're experiencing a little bit of a dip in the temperatures, which makes it just a little bit, tiny bit more doable, which is incredibly nice. But yeah, when I packed, guys, did I mention the fact that I brought 4 pairs of long pants and 2 shorts? And then it's 30 degrees and you cannot wear any long pants. I don't think I'm ever gonna wear one of those pairs. So easy to say, I got another pair of shorts first week I got here. So yeah, if you're ever going, tell me in the comments if you've been to Austria in the summer and tell me if I'm completely stupid because I should have known. Or tell me if you would have thought the same as I did. That of course, up in the mountains, it's gonna be chill, it's gonna be cool and nice and delicious and chilly-ish. You know, like Scandinavia. Nope. It's like Italy. And with all that being said, I just want to thank you for watching this far. I am honestly surprised watching this back how much I can talk once I put up a camera in front of me. And here are a couple of videos from our time while here in Austria in the beginning. This video has been a couple weeks / a month on the way because as usual I am a bit too perfectionistic and I just never get stuff finalized and done. It's a little bit hard for me. Which leads me to the point that if you happen to know an amateur video editor out there who would like a little part-time job, sometimes, maybe occasionally, I could be looking for somebody to help me ease the editing load. I promise you, like I was kind of talking about earlier, I take a lot of photos and I record a lot of stuff that I usually never get around to edit. But anyways, holla at me if you like editing. And with all that being said, I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day and a lovely summer. Tschüss!